Putting all the trigger warnings there. It's going to be a dark game. So, today I'll be playing Red Room, and it's a psychological horror game about confined violence. So let's start. Okay. Red is a very strong color. A color with very high contrast. Like every other color out there, red has many symbolisms. One of it being violence. Okay, a red notebook. PB's personal sketchbook. It's amazing just how much you can express yourself with your creativity. Let's take a peek. Overflow. Must be your state of mind. An artist's treasured item. Look at it again. Okay. Overflow. Okay. What's here? Something red's here. On the wall is a calendar marked with everyday events. It's a page from BB's sketchbook. Hurtful. Huh. Door leading to the rest of the house. BB doesn't feel like going out, however. So I won't leave the room. This is BB. And the curtain is, of course, a window. Let's just keep them closed for now. Same thing. Mark with a cross, sometimes circled in blue, sometimes even both. Okay. I guess I'm going back to bed. BB slumber throne. Go to sleep? Yes. BB stared at the ceiling. The ceiling stared back. It's getting even redder. Not good. It's a page from BB's sketchbook. Mentally damaging thoughts. Okay, that's very vivid. Overwhelm. Okay. The teddy bear now. This stuffed toy is only here to fill space. It's also a punching bag. It's BB's bone. Seems like she's been looking out for mental health management. She had already known most of it though. A waste of time. Can't be a waste of time. Today's date is circled. The blue circle stands for crying. Oh, she looks even more. I have the teddy bear staring back. It's kind of creepy. Looks even more tired. BB loves to close the door shut. It makes her feel safe by being by herself. Can't be all good. The outside world is quite dangerous. But there's even danger inside the house. People can be scary. BB sleeps here. Well, people are scary. BB wonders if she'll wake up tomorrow. Oh, what's this? Look at you. You're so upset with how they treated you. And then you projected their hatred towards yourself. Or so you assumed. What exactly do you get in return? Does hurting yourself make you happy? Are you a masochist? Taking pleasure from oneself's pain? No. You're an idiot. Oh. It's a page from BB's sketchbook. Confined. What's this? Oh, it's just sneering at us. There's a blood-stained crack on the mirror. It's a medical kit. Looks like BB made a mess. It's a page from BB's sketchbook. Heart and mind rotten. The bandage is gonna run out soon. She might be safe from them temporarily, but BB is never safe from herself. How absent-minded of you to continue doing it, even when you're aware of how wrong it is. Foolish, pathetic. Medical kit. Bandages are going to run out soon. Today's date is marked with a cross. The red cross stands for self-inflicted injuries. Hey. Someone is always watching BB. She can't let herself be seen. Not like this. BB didn't feel like sleeping. Well, go to sleep anyway. BB thought about herself. Has she always been like this? Being menace to herself, mindful with the thought of violating her own right? Then she remembered her attempt at getting ran over by a car when she was 5. Oh my god. The page from BB's sketchbook. Mind a mess. It's a page from BB's sketchbook. Headache. One day this will happen to them too. To who? What could be out there? It doesn't feel safe. Someone could be out there just behind the curtain. And she looks more annoyed. Throwing stuff around isn't enough. There's nothing for today. But that doesn't mean today is fine. Bree feels fatigued. Not yet. They hate to see the door closed, so they would always bang at it. BB felt disturbed. It angered her so much. BB hates loud sounds. It's somehow triggering to her. People fighting, for example, especially when it's with and about herself. So BB can hardly get a moment of peace in this house. Let's sleep. BB breathed in and out slowly. Her chest feels heavy, like something's growing above her stomach. It gave her an awful feeling. She felt like gutting herself to get rid of these feelings. There's one thing she'll never get herself used to. It's frustrating for her. It's a box of tissue. It's getting empty. It's a page from BB's sketchbook. I want freedom. She will lock herself in for the rest of the time, but they will still force themselves in. Today's day is circled in blue again. Looks like BB cried again today. Oh, she cried again. Back then, he would always keep an eye on her. He didn't have to, but he did anyway. BB hates him. BB can't even have her privacy. BB is tired. Sleep? Yes. Tears suddenly formed in her eyes. It flows down from her cheek and landed on the pillow, creating a wet spot. Soon, and the pillow beside her head became wet. BB is crying. Frustrated with everything, she couldn't do anything but weep silently. Oh. The table was stained with blood. She overdid it. BB should clean this up soon before it dries. Protein and blood makes it a tough stain. The smell of iron will linger on the table's surface for quite a while. Blood is red to tell you it's not supposed to be there. It's a huge contrast to your skin, so you know there's something wrong. Yet BB threw her own blood with no remorse. What a bloody sight to behold. Was the desire too strong? Pleading for others to stop, yet you continued. You're quite the hypocrite, aren't you? You should have known better. Oh wait, you do. But you ignored that. You view others as monsters towards yourself. Heartless, inconsiderate, uncaring. But aren't you the same? Maybe even worse? You harmed yourself to feel better from being hurt. How pathetic. Sometimes even the lock couldn't stop him, so she stayed awake for as long as she can to watch over the door until her tired, fragile body gave up on her. When she woke, she prayed that nothing happened while she was unconscious. Every time she wakes up to see the door unlocked, it will cause her a great paranoia. Paranoia. Baby would be sitting frozen in her bed and lost in her thoughts. To guess all the possible things he might have done to her scared her so much. Wait, is she living from an abuser? There's a large cross on the date today. Bibi is awful herself. It's getting worse. Nobody respected her privacy, so Bibi restricted them away from her. Sometimes Bibi doesn't even feel like she has indispensable things. Bibi is worn out. Sleep? Yes. Bibi feels empty, like there's a dark void in her body consuming her inside slowly and painfully. It's nothing but a silent pain for her to suffer through alone. She slowly started to tear up again. She felt pathetic. Oh. Let's see. The room's even worse. Bibi always feels like as if somebody's always watching her, and she's not even referring to God. Anxiety at its worst. This is the day that she delayed for years, when Bibi makes her final decision. Is she prepared? No. Oh. Reminder of how long she's last. Rotten, putrid, disgusting. They promise to break the door open, but Bibi continues to lock the door. They were even shouting at her at the top of their lungs. Bibi's scared. There are papers scattered on the floor. The messy writings gives the idea of it written out of frustration, letting her feelings flow on plain papers. One of the many ways she used to cope. Clearly is no longer effective now. It's a page from Bibi's sketchbook. Urge. Can't sleep anymore. This is our only option? Can't be. Yes? There's a knife on the table. The sharp blade of the knife tempts Bibi. Pick it up? I don't want to pick it up. No matter how much she wanted it, in the end, she lacks the courage to do it. Every day she lives at death's doorstep. She will knock on the door and leave immediately. She thought of death but never intended to bring it upon herself. Helplessly holding onto a string of hope, she continued living for as long as she could. Bibi is pretending to be fine today. Pick. She couldn't bring herself to do it. Bibi is frustrated. She thought about how weak she is. She thought about what a coward she is. At the end, violence is the only thing she can afford. Bibi is awful. This doesn't seem right. Maybe, after everything that happened today, Bibi is just exhausted. Bibi placed the knife back into its place. Maybe a little patience is the only thing she needs. And a long rest, of course. Bibi decided to pretend this never happened and wake up to a whole new day. Another start to her life. A continuation. All Bibi has to do is pretend and continue living. And then, everything will be fine. Bibi is doing just fine today. she wanted this. BB is sick of everything. She felt like there's no purpose in her life other than acting like a lifeless porcelain doll, only there for others to grab and enjoy until she breaks. Or a machine, nothing more for others to use and a dead weight on herself, a self-repairing machine over and over again. What is freedom? Is death a freedom? Freedom? Is death even the answer? This is wrong. Death might be an option, but it's not her answer. Bibi lives a harsh and painful life, but she still wants to continue with it. Somehow, she still believes that things will get better, but maybe in a long time. In the meantime, she just had to brace everything herself. She only needs all the courage and patience to keep living. Bibi gathered up all her strength and dropped the knife. She has been wasting her time damaging herself as everyone else did to her. Nobody loved her. So maybe it's time for Bibi to finally love herself. After all, it's herself who she can only depend on. Bibi decided to make tomorrow a new start. Bibi's so happy. Got a long road ahead of her. Okay, and that is the end of the Red Room. Obviously, this story is just very, very dark and just heavy and just really overall sad. Maybe I shouldn't have played this game. And when the credits were rolling, I saw that Oh Yasumi Pupin was the inspiration. I was like, that story. I never got around to reading that manga because when I first heard of it at the time, I was like, I don't want to read anything really, really depressing because, well, I really don't want to read anything depressing, but maybe I'll get around to reading it just to see. Obviously, this story is just about, that, and, people deal with it through, like, different ways. Some people just can't handle, like, the thought of, like, life in general, I guess. Sometimes, like life just seems overwhelming and whatnot. But for some people, there's still just that, like, little, like, hope at the end of everything. But, yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Bye!